What if I told you that there is one tool that you can get for your Amazon business that only costs $20 a month? It is completely essential. And once you know how to properly use this tool, your business will grow exponentially. This tool is all about data. We must live in a futuristic era because everything that you need to know to measure whether or not an Amazon item is profitable or not is based on the data on this tool. You probably already know that the tool that I'm talking about is Keepa. Keepa is a simple browser extension that you can install on Google Chrome on your browser in your computer. And once it's installed, it's a miracle. Every item that you pull on Amazon, it will tell you all the historical data across the last 365 days, the amount of sellers, the price, the minimum, the maximum, the competition, literally everything that you need to know to evaluate whether this item will be profitable for you or not is based on this tool. No single Amazon seller will survive without this tool. Are you ready to learn it? I hope you said yes. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, do me a huge favor. Just like the video really quick. It really helps with YouTube. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. And I can put more good videos out there for you guys. Also, make sure to click on all the links at the video description so you can get free trials, discounts, join my free Discord, and all that kind of stuff. Enough of that, let's move forward with the content. So the first thing that you're going to do is actually download the Keepa extension if you don't have it already. Once you have the Keepa extension installed on your browser, you're gonna see it shows up under the product listing. For example, here we have a chart for this listing. Now, if you've never seen this before, it's gonna look like Chinese to you, but trust me, I'm going to explain to you how to read the chart and all the settings that you need to take care of. So the default tab is this one, the price history tab, and you're gonna see three different charts. This is the top chart. This pink line that fluctuates, it's the buy box. As you can see here, we can toggle it on or off buy box. And basically what it means, every product on Amazon that has a buy box will this pink line. If it doesn't have a buy box, Keepa will also show you a fluctuation. If the buy box goes on or off, Keepa will show you patches of pink and patches of blank. What you really need to pay attention here is this is a 1 year history of the price fluctuations for this product. Here on the close-up view, right here, you can select Keepa to show you a day, a week, a month, 3 months, or a year. I always like to see the biggest picture possible, so I show an entire year. As you can see, we see February, March, April, all the way, all throughout the year. And what you are going to want to do for each product is make sure to determine what the average sale price has been over the last full year. So taking this product, for example, we see that it's been selling at 26, 30, 26, 26, 28, 30, 25. So I would safely assume that the average is around $28. So what can we do with that information? Knowing that the product has been selling for an average of $28 for the past year, the entire year. Yes, it has, like any product, it has gone down and up, but on average it has been $28. Then we can safely assume that it's okay to also sell it at $28 as a worst case scenario. We can also list it higher, let's say $30, $32, but we are gonna use Keepa to show us the worst case scenario for each product that we're gonna be selling. In this case, the worst case scenario is $28. And knowing that information, we know how much to spend on this product in order for it to be profitable. As a general rule of thumb, you don't wanna spend more than 50% of the sale price. So if it's $28, you don't want to spend more than $14. You're going to be using calculator apps like Seller Amp, for example, to do that. And I'll cover that on a different video. So on this right-hand panel, you can toggle on or off the buy box. You can also toggle on whether if Amazon is on the listing, it's going to show you this yellow color right here. As you can see, yellow color. These are moments in the history of this product where Amazon has come in on the listing. It has come in on and off the listing. And you can see that on the yellow color right here. The purple, and as you hover over each one of these items here on the right-hand panel, it's going to highlight the chart for that panel. For example, buy box. The new means the price of all the sellers that are selling this item as a new item. And then we have the sales rank. As you probably know by now, the lower the sales rank, so the lower the sales rank, the better it sells, the more sales per month this item will get. On this second chart, we also have the sales rank. And on this third and last chart, we have the amount of sellers on the listing. As you can see, we fluctuate from 20 to 30 to 50, and these are the amount of sellers on the listing. So Keepa shows you all the information you need to know to make a wise decision on whether to buy this product and how much to buy this product at. Moving on to the second tab, the Track a Product tab. Here, you can, if you really like this product, you can track it via Keepa. One of the reasons you may want to track it via Keepa is that sometimes it makes sense to buy this item from, let's say, for example, an FBM seller, a fulfilled by merchant seller that is probably going to sell the product cheaper than you are. And sometimes people liquidate their inventory. So you may have the rare scenarios where you can actually find this product at the right price on Amazon itself, but it's for a very, very split second. If you decide to track products that you're interested in, Keepa will let you know once this product, for example, we said it needed to be 14 or less, sold and fulfilled by Amazon by an FBA seller, new or used, in this case, new. So either Amazon sells it $14 or less, or an FBM seller sells it at $14 or less for an entire year. And if I put start tracking, Keepa will send me an email, which is pretty immediate, to my email address as soon as this item hits $14. And then I will go and I will buy from Amazon so I can resell it at $28 once they quickly run out of stock at $14, and then the default price continues to be $28. So that's one main reason why you would like to use the tracking capability of Keepa, which I actually use a lot. The third tab is the data tab. The main area that I use here is the buy box statistics right here. Buy box statistics shows you the amount of share, the buy box share that each seller gets. I always like to join listings that have quite a lot of FBA sellers, or sellers in general, and not to be the only seller on the listing, which could be a signal of an IP complainer brand that will soon kick you out of the listing. In this case, for example, we see a bunch of Amazon sellers are on the listing and nobody is a very dominant force on the listing. There would be a problem, for example, if we have one main seller that is at 90% or more of the buy box share. That would mean that this seller, if they had 90% or more they would get the buy box 90% of the time. And that would be a big problem. We want a healthy split between all the sellers that are on the listing. In this area, we also know if Amazon has been receiving a buy box share as well. In this case, we know that it hasn't. And the default is over the last 30 days, but we can also easily switch it to 90 days, 180 days, and a full year. And it will tell you all the information that you need to know for all that time period, for all the sellers that have been on the listing, and how much of the buy box they have been receiving. If you were into books or used items, Keepa also has a buy box used statistics. Here it doesn't show anything because this is a new item. But again, if you were into selling books, you would probably want to check out this tab as well. And finally, we have the Offers tab. And here you can choose to see only Amazon FBA sellers. Here, for example, Prime. And it gives you an estimate on how many items in the last 30 days each seller has sold. For example, this seller has sold 12, this seller has sold 2. And these little price history charts tell you the price fluctuation for each of the sellers. So this seller started at $39.99 and then it quickly lowered to $29.99 and then it went back to $39.99. And you can also compare with the stock history. You have 1 in stock and then 7 in stock and then back to 1. And you can, again, quickly use these tools to make wise decisions on your competition. Do you want to compete against these sellers? Is there a dominant seller on the listing? In which case you probably don't want to compete. And what type of pricing have they been selling the item at? Have they been getting the buy box at the price that you have set as the worst case scenario price? In our previous example, it was $28 or less or more. So again, you can see a full picture using Keepa. So I wanted to start showing you Keepa on a good scenario. This would be a good scenario, a good product where we don't have any massive competitors that are dominant. Amazon is really not on the listing. It was briefly on the listing here. The price has been very consistent over the last year. But let me show you a couple more examples of what you don't want to see on a product. For example, here we have another product, Emergency Turmeric and Ginger. And as we can see, Amazon is definitely on the listing. Not only is it on the, again, remember that every time that you see yellow on the chart, it means that Amazon is on the listing. Not only is it on the listing, but if we look at the buy box statistics, we're probably going to see that Amazon is fully dominant. Well, actually, this is a very interesting case. We see that in the last 30 days, Amazon is not on the buy box share at all. On the last 90 days, Amazon only has had 3% of the buy box share. And on the last 180 days, Amazon has had 34% of the buy share. So it seems like over a period of time, Amazon went from having 62% of the buy box share to almost having no buy box share either. So that goes to tell you that even if you see yellow here and you immediately assume that Amazon is dominant on the buy box share, it could also mean that Amazon is on the listing but is very low in stock. Maybe has 10 quantity or 20 items in stock and is quickly gonna run out. And with a product like this that sells tens of thousands of items, it might make a lot of sense to actually jump in on the product if it makes sense in terms of profitability, because once Amazon runs out, which you can tell by the data here that Amazon is not even in stock in the last 30 days, you can quickly compete with Amazon and get, all these people are getting in the buy. Better Nutrition got 50% of the buy box. These people are a beast probably. This guy got 23% of the buy box. So this product would be actually a good product to jump in if it makes sense in terms of profitability. But now let's take a different product like this Yoda Lego. And you can see, again, the same history is yellow here in the chart, but once you go to data and buy box statistics, Amazon has 98% of the buy box share, meaning that you're gonna get even though it is sharing the share of the buy box a little bit with the other sellers, chances are that they are highly dominant and you are very unlikely to get any sales on this product until Amazon runs out of stock. So I would avoid this product, for example. Now I want to show you a different scenario. This scenario involves IP complaints. If you see a brand like Yeti, which I know it's a complainer, meaning that they will issue IP complaints to you if you attempt to go on their listing. They don't want to share the listing with anybody else. And you see the Keepa chart, it looks like this. Once you see that the buy box price over the last year is completely flat, no fluctuations whatsoever, it means that the seller, in this case the Yeti brand, is controlling the price. They do not want the price to go up or down. And if you go to the buy box statistics, why doesn't it surprise me that they have 100% of the buy box share? Yeti is selling the product only themselves. They are not sharing the buy box with anybody else. And if anybody else attempts to go on the listing, they will issue an IP complaint and completely sweep out all the sellers from the listing. So if you see these signals where, again, the price is fully flat, the brand is the only one selling on the listing, run away for your life. Do not attempt to join this listing because you will get your account in trouble. So that's it for today. By the way, if you like this Keepa analysis, I have a ton of Keepa analysis on my Discord channel, which by the way, it's free. The only thing you need to do is find the link at the top of my video description and go there, and you'll see all the links to everything, to all the discounts and the free trials for all the tools that I use, for my free Discord channel, and all the supplies that I recommend that I use myself. We have about 200 people on my Discord channel, and people post products that they are interested in, the screenshots, and I analyze it personally for them to see if it's a viable product or not. And this is a great way to learn kind of outside of YouTube, where the information could be a little bit limited. So if you want to join, again, just click on that link and join the Discord channel. Also, I want to hear from you. I love hearing your comments. I want you to please tell me, what is your main concern in terms of selling on Amazon? What are your main challenges? Is it sourcing products? Is it reading Keepa charts? Is it using software like Tactical Arbitrage or Source Mogul? Is it all the rules and regulations that Amazon imposes? Is it information overload? What are your challenges? I want to know, because it will also help me learn for future videos what information you guys want me to cover most. That's it for today. By the way, I recommend the following video. In this video, I show you how to source products on Source Mogul, and I'm actually showing you some products that I found myself for online arbitrage. If you want to check out that video, click right here. Until next time, take care.